So it is Sunday. I just finished working on our Valentine's Day arrangements that we're going to be offering. And I have actually decided to offer this color palette, not this one, like the oranges and bright pinks and stuff. We're going pastel. I just couldn't, this color palette just didn't look great to me. But I'm really excited. So we're offering a large bouquet of flowers, and then we are also offering a bouquet. I don't think I'm gonna call it that because it's hard to say, but it's a bouquet, but it has a book in it. And so people can choose to have they can choose to have up to 3 books, and there's 3 options. So there's Practice Makes Perfect, there's Wild Love, and then Love and Other Words are the 3 books that I'm offering. And I made an example bouquet with Practice Makes Perfect because I already had that book, and it's one of my favorite books. But it's really super cute. Isn't that just so cute? And I did a little lacy ribbon on it. So I think it's adorable. So you have your ranunculus, chrysanthemum, roses, delphinium. Really pretty. Got us a shelf for starting seeds. Tiny little foxglove seeds. And then putting them into these little soil blocks. They're so small. Here we are in the office slash flower room slash seed starting room.
Yeah, it's a multi-purpose room here.
That's right.
What do I got? Delphinium.
Sean is sowing some delphinium.
Is this a blue variety?
I think it's belladonna mix.
What's that?
It's like, I think it's like blues and like light purples.
Delphinium is one of the few. Blue is the least common color, apparently.
In the flower world.
In the flower world.
Yes.
Of flowers, and delphinium is one that has many shades of blue.
It does. It's also very poisonous.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it. At least I think it is. Does it say poisonous on the back of it?
I don't see.
I'm pretty sure it is. It is. It's poisonous. Don't eat it. And we're not going to try to eat it even if it wasn't poisonous.
Don't speak for yourself.
Don't eat the delphinium. Here's Rocky. He's got his ball. And I need to get some more of these little hydration lids. I only have a very oversized one. But, well, you can't really. Those are little snapdragons. And then in here we have some stock, which is like a pretty filler flower. And I'm working on sewing these little guys. And these are foxglove. They are first year foxglove. So some foxgloves are biennial. I asked him if he wanted to sit at the table, and he said no, he wanted to do it right there.
Oh, did you ask me?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, it's a weird position.
No. I'm gonna have a backache.
Oh no.
What?
A seed flew.
Oh, yeah, they sometimes will jump when you press the toothpick down.
Yeah. Really good. Do we cover these?
It depends. It's different for every seed.
Oh.
We'll put just a light. Just sprinkle a little bit of the soil on top.
What is this angle?
Is this one better?
Yes.
Ah! Get it. Get it right. Good job. It may look crammed in here. That's because it is.
Ugh. Too many seeds on this.
So, I got my last seed order in today. And it's quite a few. It is my last seed order for the year, but I also have dahlia tubers coming in and a few other things coming in. But as far as seeds go, this is my last order. But there are quite a few, and as you can see, I have my seed starting growing station behind me. And then we also have the greenhouse outside. It's unheated, and I don't have a heater for it. Going back and forth on whether or not if I want to get a heater for it or not. We shall see. So first we have snapdragons. I already have a tray of these started, and then I will do more in a couple weeks to kind of have a succession of them, so to prolong the season for snapdragons. Then we have gomphrena, which is it's a ball, and they come in lots of different colors. I got raspberry cream, which is kind of like a pinkish, dark pink kind of, and they're also really great for drying. They hold their color really well. Ornamental grass, they are just good for texture and filler in bouquets. Straw flower is a really great filler. It's a really neat texture. It's like papery to the touch, and it also dries really well. Status is also a great filler, also dries really well. Stock, another great filler. It's kind of fluffy, and these are a one cut flower. So some flowers will be cut and come again, like cosmos. If the more you cut, basically the more they produce. But with these, it's just a one cut wonder. Ageratum, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but this is like a light purplish, light bluish kind of flower. It's really pretty. I've never grown this one before, so I'm excited about that. It's a filler flower. Some more stock. Celosia. This is also a filler. If you've ever seen like the kind of corally looking filler flowers, they're kind of fuzzy, or like they come in plumes too. There's lots of different kinds of celosia, but they are great fillers, and they also dry really nice. Another celosia. Sweet Annie is a good filler. It smells really nice, dries really nice. Yarrow is a great filler. It's like little teeny tiny flowers all in it's like en masse. And it comes in a lot of pretty shades. And it's also a perennial. So if you plant it, somewhere where you want it to come back every year, it's a great perennial. It's also great for pollinators. Also, lots of sunflowers. These, I've never really grown sunflowers or like a lot of sunflowers, so I'm really excited about that. I have a few different kinds. I have branching and then single stem. So branching, you'll get quite a few cuts off of them, and then single stem, you really just get one cut, one flower off of the stem. Another gomphrena. Here's one of the branching sunflowers. Another branching sunflower. Eucalyptus. I have not tried to grow eucalyptus from seed before, but we are going to try it and see what happens. Another celosia. Feverfew, which if you follow our Instagram or know anything about me, you know that feverfew is one of my favorite fillers especially for weddings. Poppy, champagne bubbles. I love this variety. I've started some already, and then I'll do some more to have a succession. Marigolds. I think marigolds are one of the most underused flower in bouquets and arrangements. I love them so much. I feel like they give such a nice pop, and they also give like volume to bouquets and arrangements, so I like them a lot. This is another celosia. This is foxglove, and it's a first year flowering foxglove. So a lot of foxgloves are biennials, so they will like start growing in the first year and then flower in their second year. But this one and the other one I got, where is it? These two are first year flowering. So they'll flower in the summer. And foxglove in bouquets, there's just nothing like it. So pretty. Some more snapdragons. I love snapdragons. Sweet peas. So I've grown sweet peas before, not in like any extreme amount or anything, just to see really if I could grow them, how to grow them, that kind of thing. And I didn't use them in any of our arrangements or anything. But I plan to use these in bouquets, and I am quite excited. They the Elegance formula mix has quite a few different colors in it, and then this other one is like it's so pretty. It's like a purplish, pinkish, kind of like fades. I don't know. It's super pretty. So can't wait to see that grow. I got amaranth hot biscuits. So that's a great filler in the fall. I'm excited about that. Some more snapdragons. And lastly, the last celosia. So it's really super important when you are planning a cutting garden to have enough filler. I think a lot of times it happens where you'll focus too much on the focal flowers and not enough on fillers, because you really need the fillers to fill up the bouquet. You can't have, 20 focal flowers in a bouquet, because your profit is not going to be great, and B, it's not, I don't know. I like fillers because there's all different sorts of textures and shapes and colors. So yeah, I make sure to have enough fillers. And then I also have a lot of zinnias, or zinnias as people like to say, that I use for a lot of stuff. I love those flowers so much. And then I have a lot of cosmos. I love those. They are like two of the best workhorses in the garden. I mean, if you want to plant flowers that will flower all season long, all summer long, and into the fall, won't really give you any trouble. And they just pump out flowers. Cosmos and zinnias are just two that I really, really recommend. So yeah, I'm very excited. We have quite a few trays started already. We have some stock started already. Also, did I say stock? Because I got another thing of stock. Anyways, I have a tray started of stock. I have 2 trays started of pansies, like really pretty pansies, and I'm going to try to get them to get their stems as tall as possible so I can use them for arrangement work. And then what else do we have? I think we have 2 foxglove trays started already, a delphinium tray. We might have 2 delphinium trays. Snapdragon tray. We have lupine, poppies, thistle, and I think that's it. That's it so far. But yeah, so I have to start some of these pretty darn soon. The other trick is, and what I should have done this before everything. I should have planned where everything was going to go, but I didn't think that far ahead, because I really didn't make up my mind that we were going to be growing this much until like December. But we'll make it work. I have ranunculus that are going in raised beds, and I don't know what else I'll put in the other raised beds. I don't know. We'll just figure it out as we go. Yeah, so it's a lot of seeds, but I've grown quite a lot of these varieties before, just not for like as a production kind of thing. Growing too, so yeah, we'll see what happens. We are planning on signing up for our town's farmers market when they open up applications, or at least applying for. I don't see why we wouldn't get accepted. But I'm excited about that because I think it'll be really fun. and it's a great way to, I think, sell flowers, but also connect with our local community, which is important when you don't have, like, we don't have a storefront. So I think being at the farmers market will be really good for us. And then I think we are also going to do, so that farmers market is on Saturdays, the Culpeper Farmers Market, and then there's another farmers market on Wednesday evenings, which I really want to do. That is a little bit north of us, but I'm going to have such like a large amount of flowers that I need to sell that I think I am going to try to apply for that one as well. And we'll see what happens. I mean, of course, I'm going to use the flowers in wedding work, and we're going to do subscriptions. So bouquet subscriptions every week. People can sign up for like 4 weeks at a time, sign up for 4 weeks at a time, and you have a certain pickup place or pickup time each week to pick up your bouquet. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, so there's a lot of fun things coming that I am very excited about. Right now, our backyard is still covered in snow. I think this is like, it's been forever since Virginia kept snow around this long. I think we're going into like, this is like week 3 of the snow being on the ground, I think. That's wild. So, yeah. And what else is there to update you on? Oh, we're doing a wedding show at this wedding venue in downtown Culpeper. It's called The Refinery, and they're going to have 25 plus wedding vendors, but they're curated wedding vendors, and it's not going to be overwhelming for couples, because we don't do a lot of wedding shows because it is so overwhelming. There's so many vendors, and it's just, it's too much. It's too much for me, and I don't know how people do it. But I'm excited about this one because it's right down the road from us, and yeah, it's just a curated vendors. So you know that no matter who you're gonna meet there, they're gonna be a good wedding vendor, which I think is really important. So if you want to buy tickets for that, if you're local, or even if you're not local, but you're like kind of local. Anyways, if you want to buy tickets for it, I'll put the link down in the description. I guess that's what people do. So I'll put that down there if you want to buy tickets, and then you can see more information about it. Again, it's at the Refinery in downtown Culpeper, which is an amazing wedding venue. It's really, really pretty. We've done a bridal shower there before. We flowered a bridal shower there before, and it was so pretty. Oh my gosh. They also have a sister business, I guess a sister wedding venue called 7, and that's on Davis Street. So I don't know what street the Refinery is on, but it's like the Refinery's here, and then Main Street is here, and then Davis Street is here. So like, anyways, they're close to each other, but really cool venues. And yeah, so if you are looking for wedding vendors and you want to come to a wedding show that is not super overwhelming, the Refinery Wedding Show on February 22nd, and I will put the event link in the description. Also, I guess this video is just a video of updates about what is happening, because we haven't really been filming too much otherwise. I forget to film sometimes, and Sean forgets to film, and that's just how it goes. But it's always good to have a little update video and to tell people what's happening. So I released our Valentine's Day options. I think I released it like last week. And we have a regular bouquet that we're offering, and then book bouquets, which I am very excited about. It's a book within a bouquet. And I will also put the link in the description for our Valentine's Day shop if you want to check it out. It's on our website. All of the options are there. But I'm also thinking about offering dried flower options, because I've had a lot of people say to me, I love your flowers, but I wish they would just last forever. Unfortunately, with fresh flowers, that is just not possible. So I was thinking about offering dried flowers as another option. I could do like wreaths and also dried flower bouquets, which I think are really, really pretty. So I think I'm going to make a few, see how people like them, kind of gauge interest, and I'll still throw them up on the Valentine's Day shop anyways, and yeah, see what happens. Do a couple different price ranges. I've seen ones that are like, they're like heart wreaths, they're like grapevine heart wreaths, and then they have dried flowers around them, and it's so pretty. So I think I'm gonna try that and see how people like it, because people have wanted flowers that'll last forever, and in theory, dried flowers last forever. So yeah, that's another little update. And finally, my last update of the day is that we are working on this really big design, and it's our first, I guess it's a commercial design. Well, it's for a private business. It's for a church, but they have a lot of landscaping, this church, and it's taken me a while to just design all of it. There's so many different spaces at around the church, and then they also have another building that needs stuff, and I'm loving doing it. It's just taking me a while, but I'm really excited about it. And I know there's one other design company in the running, but I don't know. The guy seemed to really like us when we met with him. And after I'm finished with the design, we're going to do a walkthrough with him. I always like to, if I can, and if the client wants to, bring the design on paper and walk through the actual area where the design's going to be with the client and explain it, because sometimes that just helps people really be able to visualize it more when they can have the paper, stand there, and then me as a designer saying, this is what I'm thinking, this is what we're going for, this is the purpose it serves, this is the kind of maintenance these plants will need, and that kind of thing. I think it just adds another layer of information, but also helps people to be able to visualize it better, I think. So we're gonna do that very soon. I just need to finish it up, and yeah. A lot of the areas that I've designed are not your traditional business kind of landscaping, which I really like, because I don't just throw in plants that have been used over and over and over again. Like Nandina is a plant that I will never ever use in any designs. It is so overused, and I don't like it at all. But it's something that you'll see people just kind of throw in because it's been used so much. I guess it can take a lot of neglect, so that's why people do it. But it doesn't really add anything to a garden. No offense to any Nandina lovers out there. I will say the foliage is great if you want to cut it and not put it in water. The foliage lasts a really long time, so I guess that's nice. But it's also invasive, so I don't put in anything invasive because that just seems silly to me. So anyways, a lot of the gardens kind of have not a meadow kind of vibe, but obviously very cottage garden style, what I do best. And lots of layers, lots of pollinator friendly things. So there's going to be a lot of black-eyed Susans, a lot of yarrow, a lot of echinacea, some native grasses. What else? Some butterfly weed, ferns for the shaded areas, a lot of hellebores, columbine. We are going to do some boxwoods, but what I want to do is there's this courtyard with a fountain in the middle and then 4 quadrants. And what I want to do is kind of expand the quadrants and create boxwood hedging around each quadrant. And then within the boxwood hedging have different plants that bloom throughout the year. So I think that'll be really pretty. And obviously the boxwoods will stay evergreen throughout the year. And I looked up a lot of, I get inspiration from different places, and monasteries often have gardens, very often have gardens. And so I took a lot of inspiration from monastic gardens, and they use a lot of boxwood hedging in their gardens, and it's just so pretty. And the goal for the courtyard area was just to have it be very peaceful and serene and kind of like meditative. Is that a word? I think it's a word. Sounds weird, but yeah, just so you can kind of, I envision like somebody walking through the courtyard and maybe praying or just being deep in thought, but it just being a calm, peaceful area. That is my goal for that area. And then there's an area out front of the food pantry that my words for that were hopeful and inviting. I chose like 2 words for each area to try to get like, I guess, the emotion or the feeling that I wanted to arise when people see these gardens. And in front of the food pantry, I thought hopeful and inviting are 2 great words for people that are going to the food pantry. And welcoming too. So I don't know if I put hopeful, inviting, welcoming, either, any, you know, those 3 words, a combo of those 3 words. You know, gardens they can evoke emotion, and I think having something that, you know, at least just, so my phone died, but if I remember what I was saying, yeah, so I was talking about the design for the front of the food pantry. So hopeful and inviting, and there's a lot of like light pinks and yellows and purples, oranges. It's very colorful. It's just a very happy garden area. And I think, you know, it'll bring joy to kids, and I think it'll bring joy to adults, and it'll bring joy to the many pollinators that need food. So yeah, that's just one of the many areas that I'm designing. So I'm really looking forward to presenting it. It's taken me a long time to design because there are so many different areas. But yeah, I'm excited. Oh, and then another thing that I'm hoping when we do the presentation is the church usually has flower arrangements at the altar, and I would love to make the arrangements using the flowers that are around the church. I think that would be really special. And I'm purposely putting in the design lots of plants that'll produce lots of great flowers for that exact reason. Because how cool would that be to have the altar arrangements from the church grounds? I think that would be really neat. So yeah, it's coming together. It's just, you know, juggling this and other business stuff in school is tricky, but it's all worth it. So I think that's the end of my little updates. I thought I would show you some of our seeds that are popping up. These are stock, so a fluffy filler. And you can see there's just a few popping up. And I'm trying them this way this year. I saw another flower farmer do it this way, and you just let them grow in this and then just gently pull them apart when it's time to transplant them out, because their roots will kind of get a little intertwined. So yeah, I think it's going to work well. And we also have the very beginnings of little teeny snapdragon seedlings. If you can see them, you can really just see their little green stalks right now. The seeds are still covering the leaves, but it'll pop off soon. It's so amazing how seeds work. And all of these seeds were planted a week ago. Yep, last Monday. well, these two, the two that are sprouting. And then I've just gradually planted or sown the rest of these throughout the week. And Sean's done some too. Little delphiniums. And I have more of these, what are these called? Domes, hydration domes coming. It just helps with germination and sprouting in the beginning. So, yeah, this is our little seed sprouting station right now. I am just finishing up editing this week's video. I'm really trying to get a video out each week, but at the moment it's been like every other week, which is okay. It's better than nothing. But if anybody has any suggestions for videos or anything that we could do better, please put it down below. I would really appreciate it. This is a whole new like world. The YouTube world is new for both of us. We both really enjoy YouTube, but making videos for YouTube is a totally different thing. So yeah, if anybody has any suggestions, I would really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed this week's video. I know it was a lot of just me talking about seeds, which I don't know how interesting that is, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something about seeds. Bye.